I think if I see someone is really willing to push and really willing to work hard, even if it's, they have never won a show, it's their first show, like, I'm gonna give them everything I got, you know what I mean? So it's really, yeah, I think it's more based off of that, not so much like I'm gonna give this person more attention because I know they're gonna win, or I know that they've won a show and they could do well. It's usually ends up it might seem that way only because that person typically is really driven, and that's why they've won a show, and that's why they're doing well because of the type of person that they are. And then I'm giving everybody, I would say I give everybody the same amount of time, attention, except those people tend to reach out more and want to have more attention because they're really competitive. And so it's like, okay, so
I'm the same way. I give what I get. You give me your 110, I'll give you 110 and then some. If you're gonna half-ass it, then that I'm gonna match your energy. I'll tell
yeah,
you.
right.
I'll tell you
That's
that
right.
much.
Yeah. Again, yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of comes to that, like, okay, you don't seem that interested or you're not that focused. So, why are you gonna give so much more to the person? I mean, you are the coach, so you're like, okay, you want to push them, right? But at the same time, it's like, well, I think this person has to have this desire.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's something too. If they talk to me and say, hey, I'm a super unmotivated person.
I
I
need
really
you.
need you to motivate me. I'll be like, okay, we have an understanding. Okay, I need to kind of push this person more because they want it, but they just don't understand how to push.
But if
Do
they're
they want it? If
I
they're
don't
not
know.
if they're
motivated, do they
willing,
want it?
I don't know.
I mean,
Some people don't know how to push, man.
if
Some people
somebody
don't.
comes up and they're, hey, I want to do this, but I'm not really motivated, then you really haven't found your
Yeah.
trigger yet.
Well, yeah. Some
You know,
people, yeah.
that's
Or
something we
maybe
talked about a minute
they're
ago.
just talking, Maybe they're just talkers. I don't know. They might
I
be.
mean, I would honestly, I would do the same thing. Like, I would give it a shot and try to help them. But at the same time, I'm like, man, if you're already telling yourself you're not motivated, and that's gonna manifest into some bullshit that I'm gonna have to put up with. It's
Oh,
just,
and it will.
yeah,
And it will,
yeah.
because those people are gonna be a pain in the ass, like, oh yeah, for sure. They always end up being the person that complains a lot, that misses workouts, that they do. I mean, it's that's just what happens.
Yeah, I mean,
so
everybody deserves a fair shot,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
does deserve a fair shot. As far as me matching energy, I'm definitely gonna do that. You're gonna you're going to have to want to change for yourself, not for anybody else, not because you want to look good, not because you want to fit in a dress, not because you want to get your girl back or anything like that. But then as far as having to motivate people, if they're willing and receptive to it, sure. But first of all, last time I checked, most of us were all fucking grown ass adults. I
That's what I
shouldn't
always
have
say.
to babysit and I shouldn't have to hold your hand through this. I will help you make some corrections. I will help you through whatever a little bit chit chat and make sure that we're on the same page. You're still laser focused on your goals, despite whatever things that you may have happening in your personal life. But once everything's derailed and I have to be that one to like coddle you along, now fuck that. First of all, I do this because I love it, and I don't think there's enough pay that you could give somebody to help motivate you to do something that you absolutely don't want to
Hmm.
do.
Hmm.
We don't get paid enough for that bullshit.
No, because here's the thing, right? Like, if you have a client that come up to you and they're very specific, they tell you like, hey, look, I want to train, but I don't want to train too hard. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, like, I'm not trying to be a champion bodybuilder. I don't even want to compete. I just want to train. I want to learn how to lift weights. I want to learn how to bodybuild. Like, I want to understand it. I want to have a good body, but I have no desire to compete. I'm not trying to compete with anybody in here. I just want to learn and I want to exercise and feel good. And I don't want to, I'm going to tell you right now, like, I'm not trying to like be like 100% bodybuilder every day. I'm going to do this 3 days a week. That's what I can do. I have a lot of things going on. That's what I want. Now you go, okay, you have an understanding, right? And would you say you start training this person and months go by and you see something in them, you're like, well, they're doing pretty good. And then maybe you start, maybe trying to push them a little bit more. But maybe they don't want that. Maybe, sometimes they can't make the workouts because they're working, whatever. Would you, as a coach, would you start to get frustrated with that person, even though they told you at the beginning what they wanted and they weren't trying to be champion bodybuilder, nothing, and they were telling you they're busy, but you see something in them, right? And you think, wow, maybe they could be a little more. But would you get frustrated? Would you just be like, okay, well, this is what they want. I'm good with it. Cool.
I have to be okay with their decision.
Yeah.
I'm not going to push you. I mean, I will try to bring out your best potential, but if you don't see it in you, then that's where the energy stops as well too. I'm gonna have to respect you as a friend, a person, a someone that I'm helping get through this, so that you can just exercise. Then that's your objective and goal. Then great.
Mhm.
But as far as um making them, yeah, you could influence them, and you could be like, you have an amazing body. It's like almost show potential, but if there's too much in their personal lives that take away from being able to concentrate within this
Or they don't have the
60
desire.
or the desire,
Yeah.
then that's it. But you're
Yeah,
just
but
like,
you
well,
gotta you gotta respect what they want.
yeah.
And I see coaches, some coaches like that who maybe get frustrated with the clients, because the coach sees it, the person sees it, but the person doesn't want that. And I think as a coach, you just gotta kind of be like, all right, cool. You can, present it to them. But if they had a talk with you beforehand and told you what they wanted, then hey, like you said, you have to respect it in this, right?
And some people need that. They need for somebody to believe in them before they believe in themselves. And
Mm,
I absolutely love that as well too. That's what I think coaches are there for, to bring out the best potential in that person. And what they as a person want to do with it is totally up to them.
yep.
We're just
Yeah.
here to just kind of usher you along.
Okay.
If it's one of those guys where you come to the understanding that no, they're not going to go 100%, they just want to work out. I have guys like that. That's perfectly fine. They're just, hey, I've honestly had people come in just because they like being in the group.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Don't check in. Just come in and work out. Not a problem. And if they are a lifestyle and they keep missing workouts, they'll check in. I'll be like, okay, well, I can't, do much changes. You haven't been in. When it comes to actually like firing clients.